What's going on, adventurers? Woodall Trails back here again, and we got a video. Not a gear video, but a food video. And we're going to ditch that dehydrated food so we can talk about real food, guys. Let's talk about how you're going to bring that real food, the right time to bring that real food, and the types of real food you can bring. So sit tight, pop your corn, like and subscribe, and you adventurers, y'all keep adventuring. Welcome back, adventurers. So first things first, when is the right time to be bringing that real food? Is it going to be when you're out backpacking 20 miles a day for 5 days a week? Or you're doing that long trail? No. Real food is not meant for the long trail, for anything that is going to be long periods of time, guys. Why is that? Real food weighs more, of course. Real food weighs more. So when's the right times to be bringing that real food, guys? Well, the right times to be bringing that real food is the times of year or the length of your trip. Wintertime is perfect for real food because normally you are going to be backpacking a lot shorter distances and you're going to have a lot more time at camp in the afternoons, which means you get a lot more time in that camp kitchen to make that really, really good, scrumptious steak that's just going to melt your mouth. But also, guys, that's not the only thing. It's the type of trip. Let's say you're going on a kayaking trip or a car camping trip. Those almost always allow you to bring real food. What types of real food can you bring? I mean, there's all kinds. You got your fruits. Imagine having that watermelon on that hot day when you're at the top of a peak and you're just sitting there thirsty. Pretty awesome. If y'all don't know my buddy Jeremiah Stringer Hikes, he's done it. I was there, and it was awesome. What other types of foods? You got your steak, your potatoes, your shrimp boils, and you know what? All kinds of stuff, guys. Foil packets. What are foil packets? So you take your food. Let's say you want to have chicken fajitas. You take it, you cut your chicken up, you cut your veggies up, put it all in the foil with your seasonings, wrap it up, freeze it, and then when you get to camp the next night, unthaw it right next to the fire and let it cook. Pretty awesome. So many possibilities when you have real food, guys. I just love bringing the real food when I'm on trail. I've made biscuits and gravy, kayak camping. I've made French toast while out backpacking. There's so many choices that you can have when you want to bring real food. I love French toast. What items do you need for French toast? You need bread. How are you going to pack that bread? As my buddy Tim from Backpacking with Buckley, Mr. Tim Buckley, has stated, you can bring that bread. But when you're packing your bread, you pack it on top. Pack your bread on top of everything in your food bag. Pretty awesome. How you going to bring them eggs? How do I bring my eggs? I bring my eggs in a jar. Pretty easy. All I do is I crack them up, put them in a little bit tiny jar. Usually it is a jelly jar, and I mix all that up. That stays in that little jar. Perfect for making just the right amount of French toast for a half a loaf of bread. Yeah, guys, there's so many possibilities. There's your normal rice sides you can bring. I call that real food, but I mean, that adds to what you can bring. It's just awesome when you can bring that real food on trail. You get to spend the time at camp. People love just smelling it, and you know what? Let's talk about what items you got to bring with you when you bring that real food. First things first, you got to bring something to cook with. Some type of source that you're going to cook with, whether it be a fire or a stove. You got to have one or the other, fire or stove. So if you have that fire, good thing to bring would be fire starters. Always awesome. I always bring fire starters because I'm a fire bug, guys. I love to have a fire when I'm at camp. You ain't camping unless you got a fire. I'm going to have a fire when it's 110 degrees outside because that's just who I am. But anyways, guys, so something to make a fire. That is the first thing you have to have with you in order to cook your food. Or a stove. Some type of heat source to cook your food. Now what do you need? You need something to cook it in or on, right? Grill. If you forget to bring something to cook it on, your grill, you can do like my buddy Mr. Backpacking with Jason has done and just use a rock. I've done it to cook a burrito. It works. Wipe the rock off, put your burrito on there, and cook her away. But you can do that Or you can bring your grill. There's tons of grills you can bring. Y'all have seen the grill that I use. If you haven't, you can go back and watch one of my prior gear videos on it. It is a grill that you can get from Amazon. I will post it down in the description so you can see what it is. And it's pretty awesome. I like it because it is able to spin over the fire and spin off. Kind of like you see with your normal grills that are in a camp. What's the next thing you gotta bring, guys? You gotta bring the utensils to cook it with, right? You gotta have something to cook it with. I have a ultralight titanium spatula, spoon. It all comes together and it makes tongs. I'll put it down in the description as well. I don't remember the names of these pieces of equipment off the top of my head, but they will be down in the description, guys. So look down there. Remember, like and subscribe, and let's keep this show going. I told y'all what I bring my eggs in. I bring mine in a jar. I bring them because I'm only going to eat scrambled eggs, or I'm going to use it to cook French toast when I'm on trail. So I bring it in a jar. They also make containers to bring your eggs in. You can purchase them online at any camping store or anywhere that has camping items. They're great to have, but if you don't want to have to carry the eggs and worry about breaking them, just go ahead and break them and put them in a jar. That's what I do. So, next item, guys. What else are you going to bring? You need something to put that food in, don't you? You have your food bag, but you don't want that cold, frozen food to touch your food, your dry food, and ruin it, right? So what do I bring? I bring a cooler. You can make your own DIY cooler like my buddy Jeremiah Stringer has, but you can also buy you one. I have a cooler that you can buy off Amazon. Once again, I'll put it down in the description. It fits a 3-liter bag is what it's for. It's made for a 3-liter drinking bag. But I don't use it for that. I use it to bring my cold items in for the wintertime or even summertime, because you can freeze it and it'll stay cold until you cook it that night. But I always bring my cooler to put my food in, so that way it is not touching anything else in my pack. I do not want that cold, wet food touching my other foods. Aluminum foil, guys. That's another thing you keep on hand for this. Foil packets. Like I said, foil packets are awesome. They're easy to do. You freeze them, cook them right over the fire. Just throw them right on a bed of coals, let them cook there, and you're going to be good. Same thing with a potato. You're going to wrap it in aluminum foil. Another thing I always do, guys, I always freeze my food, especially my meats, for the next day. I freeze them because it'll keep any of my other items in that cooler cold as well. Pretty awesome. But I hope these tips, these hacks, whatever you want to call them, this advice from the man himself, Woodall Trails, I hope you enjoy it. Remember this, and you know what? Take that real food next time. Maybe you'll enjoy it. And on that note, y'all keep adventuring, you adventurers.